Hello. We are going to take the many different Mandela effects we see in the world and organize them by meaning. The changes made to our world have some common threads running through them, and recognizing these themes will help us see how it all fits together. Sometimes there are patterns to what the Mandela effect does. One such pattern is the removing of an S from the end of a word. Another pattern is the way the Mandela effect takes the letter T out of some names and words. So what does T represent, and why does it have to go? Whatever answer we arrive at should match up with the big picture of the Mandela effect, right? I believe this is the T the Mandela effect plans on taking out of our world. Here's why. The Da Vinci Code is a message movie that talks about the harm religion does. The Mandela effect has highlighted 9/11 heavily, and religion definitely played a part in that. The Mandela Effect made a change to the music video for John Lennon's song Imagine. The lyrics of that song describe a future with no religion, greed, or hate. The Mandela Effect has told us through message movies like The Karate Kid Part 2 and Evan Almighty that hate is wrong and greed is a problem. Whether you feel religion has anything to do with hate or not is not relevant. I am not trying to convince you of that. I am just pointing out what the Mandela Effect has been doing and what the message of these changes seems to be. The Mandela Effect has made changes to the Bible that damage its credibility. Dragons and unicorns are mythical creatures. They are not real, and yet you will now find them in a book that people take very seriously. Some people base their life on the Bible. Your view of Scripture may not be affected by these references to mythical creatures, but I bet it will be seized upon by the Bible's critics. Skechers. This is a very well-known Mandela effect, and one I can relate to. Skechers shoes used to have the letter T in its name. Charles Schulz. Charles Schulz is now Charles Schulz without the T. This is another example of the letter T being taken out of a name. Tablets of stone. In the King James Bible, we find a change to Exodus 24:12. It used to say that the 10 Commandments would be given on stone tablets, didn't it? This verse now calls these tables of stone. The change here is that a T was taken out of tablets. Rod Serling. Rod Serling was the host of the television show The Twilight Zone. The Mandela Effect made a message out of his name by taking the T out. He is now Rod Serling. The Twilight Zone. Here's another Mandela Effect involving the host of The Twilight Zone, Rod Serling. It comes as no surprise and is no coincidence that the meaning of both of these Mandela Effects is the same. I remember the phrase, "Imagine, if you will," being spoken in the TV show The Twilight Zone, but you won't hear it anymore. It is gone. The Mandela Effect made this change to point us to the song Imagine by John Lennon. Imagine by John Lennon. Let's take a closer look at this Mandela Effect's meaning. It matches up with the meaning of taking the T out and expands on the concept. Check out these excerpts from the song's lyrics. Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam. This is not an example of the letter T going missing from a name or word, but the meaning of this Mandela Effect is the same. God's hand used to be reaching towards atoms from up above, but it looks different now. God is still reaching out towards Adam, but God's hand is now on the same level as Adam's. He is no longer in a higher position. This means that God's importance or authority is being diminished. California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. Some people remember this song's lyrics saying, "I began to pray." What you will hear now is, "I pretend to pray." I don't personally remember this one, but some people do, and it is an interesting fit. Why would we pretend to pray? Is this saying that praying is pretending? That our prayers aren't reaching anyone? Remember the message in The Wizard of Oz and Bruce Almighty? Stop asking for help. Bruce even called the people praying a bunch of whiners.